world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
It's over to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell! Deep center field! Carrying! And it's gone! That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over! What a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. It is time for the pinnacle of the Super Mega Baseball competition to play on your screens. An astronomical upbringing has reached its final chapter. The pitching specialist who has added a dreadnought of a lineup to their repertoire takes center stage. Facing the veteran is a savvy, but ferocious newcomer built on overwhelming power. Hitting nukes is like riding a bike with this monster lineup. Coupled with improvised pitching, they look to continue their dominant run and a march toward a world title. It is Wishbone and his astronauts squaring off against Spaceman and the Spokesman. Welcome to the XBL World Series!
Good evening, XBL faithful. I think my webcam is picking up my audio, so I'll try to fix that here, but it feels so good to be in the booth with you this evening. It is myself, joined alongside Mama Junjun. MJ, how are you doing? Yeah, simple as that. I think it's going to be an instant classic. We're going to see a ton of fireworks like we just were all privileged in seeing in the AA World Series kickoff there. Plenty of fireworks to go around. And yeah, I think we'll have no shortage of those here in the XBL at the top level. And arguably, biased the best league in the Super Mega community. We have lots of love to share across all the leagues, but we love it here in the XBL. And we're really, really excited to showcase the pinnacle of the World Series here at the highest level for you guys all tonight. I guess we can talk about some of the keys here. We'll move into that first one there, the new blood, as MJ wanted to get us on the keys of the game there. We got a lot to talk about, so MJ, why don't you take it away? Apologies. Okay. Let me troubleshoot that real quick for us. Apologies. All right, mic check.
Test.
I got bars for you. We should be good now. Sorry about that.
All right, sounds good. No, you're good. Yeah, for new blood, I was gonna say neither Spaceman or Wishbone have won the World Series, let alone even get there in the first place. So we are guaranteed a new champion. We've done a lot with Lazy and Mush making an appearance, and Weaver, an Ashnod. But yeah, we will finally get a new champion.
Yeah, it is. It's just really cool to see how everything has grown, how the league has come along. We're on season 18 here, getting closer and closer to season 19, but of course we have to wrap this one up, and it's going to be really exciting. The new blood is just really cool to see the great names of Weaver, Lazy, Flash, everyone else that's earned their name and stake on the trophy, and now we're going to see a brand new one rolled into there, so it's going to be really, really awesome. We also can talk a little bit, of course, about the different players' skill sets of what they both offer. We know the coveted Von Asen, really full trophy cabinet that Wish has, just kind of missing, the World Series championship at this point. He was able to win the AAA World Series a few seasons back. Now finds himself here with an opportunity to potentially become the first AAA and XBL World Series champion.
Yeah, I mean, he has 3 Von Asens, and that's over the past 5-ish seasons, and one of them being with Flash, but regardless, Von Asen is Von Asen. And then I said new long ballo because the last 10 long ballos were won by somebody named Lazy or Ashnod, so it's been a very long time. And granted, neither of them played this season, but Spaceman definitely is deserving of this. It's probably going to be his first of many, and along with that is his most improved. So 2 different skill sets. But also, you still have the hitting for both players, which we'll get into now, which is Juggernauts at the plate, which is a great play on words. Shout out a lot for that one. That's beautiful. I'm just getting to some hitting numbers here. Really, I'd argue they're both top 3 hitters in the XBL. Wish scored 8.47 runs per 9, and Space with the league leading 9.26, hence the long ballo. And both were top 3 in home runs per 9. And then Spokesman hit 430, and I believe Wishbone was around maybe 380. So they are big hitters with the capable of doing the long ball and even some singles and doubles, really everything.
Yeah, both of these players have a full arsenal on both sides of the ball. They're going to certainly showcase that over this entire series. We can even look back just to this season and the prior regular season where they share a 2-2 record. And speaking specifically about season 18 now, as they split this season, Spaceman, one of those the victory for Spaceman was a 12-0 mercy. So I mean, that was in 1 inning. So this series really could have it all. We could see mercies on both sides. I don't know how many innings we're gonna get each game, but there is just so much potential for this series that I think everyone is really, really hyped to dive into it. So. MJ, did you have anything else you'd like to cover here before we get into the action?
I guess I'll just say what I said at the beginning when I was muted. I think this is one of the greatest World Series of all time. I think the balance between both of these players will really show, and I think we're going to get some fantastic games here.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely. Really well said there. We shouldn't have any more audio issues, so I apologize. Let me double check those as I load us into game 1 here, folks, but we are going to switch things up and get right into the action, so bear with us for just a few moments. Mic check. Oh, we're getting double. Mic check. Mic check. There we go. Alrighty folks, game 1 of the XBL World Series here in season 18. It's the Spokesmen versus the Astronauts, and they're ready to lift off here at Red Rock.
Battle of the uniforms here. Some nice powder blue going on for the Spokesmen.
Now batting, center fielder, number 25.
Got Rocket Turnburner. There's really no poor statted hitters here in the Spokesman's lineup. First pitch swinging with the miss there is a strike. Same spot or similar location there. Quickly 0-2 now. Wishbone not afraid to throw in the zone here. Spaceman's eyes, well known throughout the league. He has great patience at the plate. Kind of chases there though at one outside. That's going to be a quick first out.
Yeah, 4 fastballs there. The first 2 being really establishing strikes in the zone, then the other 2 being 2 seamers and cutters, trying to give him the chase a little bit.
Rounder to second, easily dealt with there. So 2 quick outs now. Chuck Beerson steps into the dish. We know what he can do. He's hit plenty of bombs this season.
Yeah, I mean 480, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs. Like you were saying with the, no weak hitters, that's just kind of integral in some parts of success, and that's a nice little single to right.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. Earns the first hit of this series. It's going to be a 2-out single in the first. Grease Torque has his power trade activated now. Takes high for ball 2. Wishbone, known for switching up his cadences with runners on base. Not a lot of speed regardless, and that's going to be a grounder to end this first half. Astronauts will come to the plate now, only allowing 1 hit in the top half here. We're going to see Gus Grissom, coveted center fielder, leading us off.
Yeah, Grissom's definitely more known for his, fielding, which I'm sure we'll see plenty of given, how the Spokesmen hit the ball. But he will rob a home run like nobody else.
Plenty of speed, and yeah, as you say, if he can get on base, he has that stealer trait. It's very, very dangerous. Plays into Wishbone's occasional small ball style as this one sent shallow into center field. Plenty of time to get under that one for the first out.
Yep, off speed got him there. Definitely will be some nerves in these first few innings, you'd have to imagine, just given that this is the first time both of these players have reached the big stage.
Yeah, Spaceman in, I believe, his sophomore season here, making the waves as he gets his second out of the inning now. Yeah, Spaceman, I believe, in the previous season made his way up against Ox, and that was a dangerous series there. It was a lot of fun to watch, and now he finds himself in only his second season all the way here in the promised land of the World Series. We see zeros on both sides. We go now to the second inning here. Hammer nail, that fastball hitter trait. Gonna look for something to swing and put over the shallow right field wall.
But that right field's definitely super pesky. Even like down the line, you can find that little corner for 2. But with this speed, it might be a little bit tough. But he's up in this count early, 3-1.
Yeah, hitter's count gets a pitch to kind of deal with. It's those pesky curveballs up in the zone, and that one's not going to have enough power on it. Turns into an out there to start the inning. So we see Axe Evergreen, the right fielder, step into the plate. He's known for some solid contact hitting, although he does carry that whiffer trait. Patient eye here from Spaceman. Gets one to hit, and he's late on the fastball. Whiffer trait now activated. Count is 2-2 here. This one catches the outside of the zone. It's sent to the left side of the infield. Diving shortstop gets there, but certainly not enough time to make a play at first. So an infield single here for the Spokesman, looking to get some momentum going their way now. Red Green steps into the plate. And there is a lot of speed to worry about at first. This one's hit on the ground softly to the shortstop. They're going to flip it for the double play in time. And we will go now to the bottom of the second here. Astronauts searching for their first hit of the game.
Honestly, just very impressive. That's just what Wishbone does. He gets weak contact when he's on the mound, which just leads to so many double plays and gets out of jams so easily.
Yeah, those Von Asens were clearly no fluke. He has multiple of them and showcasing how he can pitch to contact when he needs to. This time he swings on strikes. He'll go back to the dugout with his head held low there. We're going to see Alan Shepard step in now. Not a whole lot of power on this batter.
Yeah, very huge to get that previous batter out there. Mind gamer and bad ball hitter. That one's poked into center field for a single.
Yeah, second baseman had no chance at a play there. Ball was hit a little bit too fast for them, so we get a 1-out single. Jim Lovell steps into the plate now. RBI hero not yet activated, but gonna have to be very mindful of the traits that runner has with the speed at first base, as we see a pickoff attempt there before a pitch is even thrown.
Very wary of this runner. Wishbone's not afraid to steal. Very tricky player all around.
In my own experience, I'd argue I've seen Wishbone attempt to steal, on the first pitch almost every time, or 90% within the first 2 pitches. So the fact that he hasn't attempted to steal yet shows he probably won't in this at bat, as we see a 3-0 count with a nailed strike there on the outside upper corner. Count goes 3-1. Steal was on, but it was a pitch outside the zone, so runners now at first and second after that walk here. Still 1 out. Double play is in effect. Buzz Aldrin is going to look to use that power trade as it becomes active, but just like we saw in the top half of the inning, it's an inning-ending double play. We see matched activity on both sides going to the 3rd inning here.
Yeah, shortstop just got that one. I thought it was actually going to go under their glove. That one's hit deep to left field at the warning track. He jumps and gets it.
Alan Shepard putting on a defensive showcase there, jumps to save extra bases, maybe even a run. That one was well close to the edge of the wall there.
I'm befuddled, honestly. I don't know why I thought that ball was going to stay in, but I don't know, second thought, that might have been gone. Beautiful play.
Now look at Jerry Garcia, the pitcher. He's got himself in a 1-2 count, gets a great bat on it, just doesn't have the power. That one's going to be caught as well out there in left field.
The center fielder, number 25.
Yeah, and I want to remember this contact when we're going to game 2, because I believe Spokesman plays at Emerald, and that left field is pretty short, so some of these may be gone there, but hence why Wishbone picked Red Rock.
Yes,
contact.
Spaceman can't catch up to the speed there. It's a strikeout to end the inning. Not a lot of hits so far. Both pitchers wheeling and dealing on the mound. We also saw that nice defensive play out there in left field, so this might be a bit more of a defensive pitching first game here, as the batters need to maybe warm their bats up a bit.
Yep, some hard contact, some weak contact. I think eventually they'll get a little bit more consistent with either of those. So far, 0-0.
Count goes full here in the leadoff batter of the 3rd inning for the Astronauts, and Hill fan on that one as well. It's another strikeout, which will bring up Ed White here, the pitcher for the Astronauts, who's walked in. Curveball catches the zone. Both pitchers are walked in, as you see there. This ball too far inside. Outfield is shallow. Not going to play a factor, as this one is grounded to second base. Easily dealt with there. And the Spokesman continue to deal here, limiting any sort of activity from the Astronauts' bats.
Yeah, just good sequencing there. He went from 2 off speed to the fastball in the outer middle part of the plate. Worked out pretty well there. Back to the fastball. Turnburner is going to range over. He's going to slide and make the play for out number 3.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Great defensive plays from both sides here. This one is gone. This one is absolutely nuked. I could barely get the words out of my mouth, but this is just a meatball over the middle. Wishbone absolutely wants that one back, as it's a solo shot almost to the hot dog stand here at Red Rock.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He got the curveball over the middle. He's been looking for it.
Number 1,
He's been late on some fastballs, but once he got the off speed, just way gone. And
these-
not late on that fastball though.
Yeah, these spokesmen's bats are warming up immediately here in the 4th inning, starting us off with a solo shot and a hot hit down the line.
99, Reese Torque.
Interesting trait combo here as we see the power as well as the little hack. Little hack is activated often on this batter, and he's going to strike out looking at a pitch in the lower corner of the zone there. Nice job from Wishbone.
Hammer nail.
I believe that was a nice little two-seamer there. Absolutely froze him.
So double play is certainly in effect. Not very much speed over there with the base runner on first. This one hit hard.
Oof.
Absolutely nailed, but it's directly at the second baseman. No chance for any sort of double play there. We're going to see Axe Evergreen step back into the plate now. Has that sprinter trait. Anything hitting the gap is sure to be extra bases, potentially a triple at that deep right center field area of the arena there. A good eye, patient at bat so far from the spokesman here. Count goes 2-2. This one left over the heart of the plate as well, but he just moved the reticle, and that's going to be what should be, it's the 3rd out. They're carried out by the catcher in foul territory, so we do see first blood. Spokesman send a solo shot to right field here, and the Astronauts are looking to answer.
Yep, the one they just missed was very similar to the one that he hit out, so maybe that whiffer trait playing a big role there.
Leadoff single here for the Astronauts. The spokesmen are going to have to continue to limit the damage. They've done a great job of not allowing very much activity here from the bats, and even getting a few, swing and miss strikeouts from the Astronauts. They don't tend to do that too often. This pitcher for the spokesman is, if I recall correctly, around 75, 78 velo, so not exactly known for blowing them by you, but sometimes it can be enough to get the job done. So far it has.
And now you really get the heart of this Astronauts order. Everybody is typically quick. Well, maybe not this hitter because he doesn't need it. He is bad ball hitter. But very dangerous part of the order.
1-1 count. This one sent to deep center field, tracking towards the track. It has a chance. It's gone. It's a 2-run shot for the Astronauts. They do answer back with a home run of their own to center field.
It kept carrying, and that's why we noted before the game. These guys just hit home runs. I mean, 404 is a pretty healthy one as well. I mean, it's a beautiful swing. What are you going to do about it?
So with one swing of the bat, we have our first, we have a lead change here. The Astronauts stake their claim and now have a 1-run lead here in the 4th inning. What an inning it has been so far. Only 1 out. Spaceman going to have to dig deep here. Climbing up a little bit in pitch count. That was a 45th pitch here as Turnburner has another chance and does corral that ball there for out number 2, which brings Jim Lovell back up to the dish here. It's a red reticle pitch. Luckily for Spaceman, it goes below the zone.
Goes back to it.
Yeah, I don't see too many fork balls back to back against Wishbone, and he gets away for the most part, although there's a single back up through the middle of the infield. Going to see the 7th spot hitter now, Buzz Aldrin, step in. Good amount of speed, and it may not matter as this ball is sent deep to right field, and we talked about how short it is earlier. It definitely plays a factor there. It's another 2-run shot for the Astronauts.
Yep, a 2-run homer inning for the Astronauts. Expect to see this a lot from both teams, but so far, all Astronauts in this inning.
Jack Schmidt steps in now. And we had talked about how well the spokesmen were limiting the Astronauts' bats before this inning. Everything has turned on its head now as we see the 3rd and final out roll its way across the infield. A pair of 2-run home runs. Astronauts have certainly woken up at the plate.
Yeah, I think the Spokes kind of have to recognize that low middle area it just really won't work, even outside middle to opposing handed hitter. Just it's so easy to either poke one up the middle for such a good hitter that Wishbone is, or just really lift it out on those low middle pitches.
Now batting with the second baseman, number 4, Lil Smoke.
First pitch left over the heart of the plate there. Diving shortstop ranges to grab it, but not going to have the arm to get the runner. There's too much speed, so it's a one-out single there for the spokesman. As we see Jerry Garcia, the pitcher, step in. Spaceman certainly has to contemplate a pinch hit situation.
Definitely tough.
Now batting, Han
Does
Burn.
elect to go with the pinch hitter, who has a pair of hitting traits here. It's pinch perfect and inside pitch, which, as we again will continue to harp on, the short right field here at Red Rock, always in play.
100%. Pinch hitter's probably gotten 4 opportunities, batting 750. It'll go up now.
There's a pinch hit single, nice piece of hitting. Runners at first and second here. Momentum starting to swing a little bit towards the spokesman's favor here. We're going to see a pinch runner come in as well. The double play is in effect. The lineup has turned over. Turnburner looking for something to hit. Gets one on the upper outside corner, sends that curveball into center field. We're going to see a runner come across third, and the remaining guys staying back at their own bases. It's first and second, an RBI single. It's 4-2 now, and Juice Nozzle, who had that solo shot in the previous inning, is at the plate now.
Yep, huge spot in this game. And on those curveballs, Spaceman's really only getting like 50 to 70 on the power score, but since his radical placement is so good, they will always find a way to touch the grass in the outfield.
Dangerous pitch caught a lot of the zone there. It's the SPRP coming in for the Astronauts, who has middling velo. Misses the zone there. Count goes 2-1. A fastball, and that is hit hard, and it back up through the middle as well. Center fielder Gus Grissom gets it, throws it to the plate. It's not in time. It's another run for the spokesman. It's a 4-3 ball game.
Number 1, Sean Pearson.
Just nice piece of hitting, good contact, nice power. Now you have such high speed on the bases.
Blazing speed, hoping to avoid a double play as this one's sent into right field. No real chance of tagging up. Wasn't quite deep enough, so the runners stay put now with 2 outs as Grease Torque comes in, and he has plenty of power to do some damage here. This is quite the opportunity for the spokesman.
The power is so good on this lineup. It's awesome.
2-0 count. You can see Wishbone not wanting to give him any opportunity, continuing to throw in the lower outside corner as he was sitting on it, but it's not going to be hit it well enough there over into right field, easily dealt with. So a pair of runs for the spokesman that inning as well. They cut the deficit to 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, near flawless swing there realistically. It's just since the location was so tough, it's really hard to do anything with it.
Curveball catches the bottom of the zone, and Wishbone lines it to the shortstop there. It's a first 1 pitch out to start the 5th inning. As it's Chewy Escargot, who has a decent amount of velo. Also carries that reverse splits trait. Another what should be quick out here. Infield pop out to the first baseman. Brings up Neil Armstrong, who's going to be impacted by that reverse splits as we just talked about. Swings and misses, not even close on the first pitch. Wishbone takes another pitch there outside. Count goes 2-1. We're going to see a curveball in the zone and shot right back up the middle. Not able to deal with that defensively, so it's a 2-out single here to try and show some life. Astronauts want to keep pushing the envelope because they had a 3-run lead. It's now been cut to 1. Continues to throw that curveball, this off speed. Just he's not changing the pitch, and it's working as there's a ball sent to Turnburner yet again for a routine out. Spokesman handled that inning fairly well.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, the curveballs, like you said, they're just working. They're getting weak contact. Just keep throwing them if I was hurt.
So the SPRP exits the game. Wishbone opts for the reliever, Valentina Tereshkova. has a lot of. Actually, I was misremembering. It's the other reliever I was more familiar with. I was thinking it's the reliever that has the screwball, but that's not the case here. Nice fastball, blows it by him again. We've seen quite a few strikeouts here from both guys. Not sure if we'll expect to see that as the series carries on. But nonetheless, strikeout for the reliever who leaves a mistake pitch over the heart of the plate, and that goes foul. Is just a bit early on the swing. Max Evergreen, who doesn't carry a ton of power. Ooh, a bit of an uncharacteristic swing, wildly out of the zone there. That's going to be back-to-back strikeouts now. The Tereshkova dealing as she enters the game in the 6th here.
Yeah, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but having crossed up in the earlier innings is definitely more preferable than like in the 9th inning with, where pressure's way higher.
Yeah, she's certainly a low-leverage reliever. Might as well get him out of the way now. There's a mistake pitch. It's fortunately just a single. Stays within the park. No damage done yet. Alan Shepard comes in now after that leadoff single. They'll also be impacted by the reverse splits here, as we see Chewy Escargot reaching what will now be their 15th pitch. And that one careened back into center field. Turn burner yet again, a routine play for the first out.
Yep, some more curveballs, always thrown. I mean, it's still working. It's just going to go back to it.
Also able to throw that curveball so often with this slow speed over there at first. And a great arm behind the plate. Bit of a mistake location, which makes him punish there. It's a 1-out single, moves the runner up, and gets a mojo boost as well. Going to see Buzz Aldrin come in, who's already homered on the day.
Yep, massive hitter here. Reverse splits is activated though, but with such power, I'm not sure it'll matter too much.
Yeah, and Chewy's stats are going to be waning soon. This one hit hard to the second baseman, goes right past their glove. They jumped and they may not have needed to. Those are always tough to tell, and usually if it gets by them, I think that usually means they didn't necessarily need to go for it. Either way, it's a single there due to Wishbone probably also anticipating the catch. No runners were able to take an extra base, so the bases are loaded here. Count quickly 2-0. Curveball in the zone to the diving shortstop, but it creeps off their glove. That's going to be 1 run. Everyone else stays put. Lead is extended now. It's 5-3 Astronauts.
It's rare that you see defense really be the downfall of such high-rated players, but I'm not sure if he needs to dive for that, honestly. Maybe I'm, alone in that take, but I don't know, man.
So 2 defensive nightmarish moments as there's a bunt on the third base line. It's going to score a run. It's a sac bunt here. The quick throw over to first, which was able to get the second out. Everybody moves up. The run is scored. This curveball is sent into center field. Yet again, another routine play out there for Turnburner, but Astronauts get a pair of runs there and extend their lead. It's 6-3 as we head into the later innings now. It's top of the 7th.
Yep, that's Wishbone baseball, making you pay for your mistakes and doing that with tricky, maneuvers like he did with the bunt, which was a beautiful one. But the Spaceman fights right back with a single.
Yeah, beautiful hit there, 97 on the power meter. And nice leadoff single here, trying to get some momentum back in their favor. Going to see yet another pinch hit situation. Believe it's going to be Frago. Nope, K-Pops. K-Pops it is to deal with the screwball throwing reliever Yuri Gagarin. That one gets by him. There's no crossed up on this one, but that's going to be an extra base for free now. Runner in scoring position, nobody out.
Yeah, and now RBI Hero is activated.
Great eye there from Spaceman. Watches one go low. Count is even at 2-2. A better take there. Count goes full. Over the middle. Too much velo on it. 99. Swing was not able to catch up to it. Not sure if they're anticipating an off-speed pitch, but they swing and miss. Results in the first out of the 7th inning here. This one hit hard as well, but it's to the right fielder. Second out of the inning.
Nice contact, just nothing going for him there. What are you going to do about it? I mean, yeah, great swing.
Yeah, he shows a great reticle. 80 on the power meter is plenty in most cases. Now finds himself quickly down 0-2 in the count. Takes that inside cutter on the hands. That screwball catches the outside corner. He had to try to defensively take care of it, but he was late on the decision. And so that's another strikeout. We're going to go now, after a quick stretch, to the bottom of the 7th. Astronauts look to extend their lead.
Yeah, any run here is huge. I mean, three-run lead is obviously great, but against such a good hitter, you want really like 6 runs.
Yeah, Wishbone is certainly hoping to try to put this one to bed. I don't know if you can do that against either player, though, knowing their offensive prowess. No player is out of it. Leadoff single sneaks through the infield now, so Ken Mattingly will enter, step up to the plate, has that power versus right-hander trade active. Plenty of power. It's going to be not enough. It's a nice defensive diving play. I honestly thought that was going to be past the diving shortstop's glove, but had to eat my words in the moment there. Great play from Spaceman.
Yep, shortstop redemption there.
A lot of speed over there at first. See the count go 1-2, and off-speed pitching coming. Taken low for ball 2. Count is even here. Wishbone looking for something to hit and is not going to chase that low curveball. This one left up a little high early on the swing was Wishbone as it goes full now. Fastball too much to deal with yet again. Another strikeout. So Hog Hill with that elite four-seamer trait earns a strikeout here. There's 2 away.
Great sequencing there, but now you just got to get that 3rd out. Don't let Wishbone get any more runners.
Nice painted fastball on the low inside corner. Does it again with the changeup. He's going to go with the velo outside corner. Good pitch decision, but there's not really much you can do about that if you're Spaceman. It's blooped into right field. Runners are now at the corners there as it's a 2-out single. And look at the stats on Jim Lovell.
This is Shohei Ohtani. I mean, you can't even walk him because he got Aldrin. This is insane.
Yeah, I agree. I think you still have to. I agree with Space. So I feel like you have to walk that guy, even though these stats are juiced as well. Hog Hill throwing triple digits on the radar, hoping it'll be enough as there's a great painted strike again. Quickly 0-2, trying to catch Wishbone off guard. It's to the shortstop, past their diving glove. It'll be another run here. They add some insurance to their lead, which is now 7-3.
Now I have to deal with another great hitter in Schmidt.
To the shortstop again. They elect not to dive, which is the correct decision as they get the final out to throw it over as the bases were juiced and primed to explode there, but not after the Astronauts tack on a run. We go now to the top of the 8th. Spaceman and the spokesman looking to try and tie this game. Gonna have to deal with the constant changing of pitch types here. That one's not really even close. Must have been expecting something else, but he swung anyways. It's a 3-pitch strikeout now. Reese Torque steps in.
Yeah, these screwballs are really getting to him. Obviously, that was a changeup, but he's really throwing them on the left part of the plate. Typically for strike 3, we saw that in the last inning. Now this inning.
You can see that was going to be a strike anyways. Had to try and defend it. This one's off speed, though. He had a great reticle location. Just the timing of the button was not where it needed to be. And so that's the 2nd strikeout of the inning here. Hammer Nail steps into the plate looking to get something going here. We're running into not very many lives left for this for the spokesman. This one's going to be routine as well out in center. So Wish is going to have another chance to add some insurance. They are out hitting by 13-9 as they lead this game 7-3 going into the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, he's going to keep this reliever in. I think that's the right play, one, given how much runs you're up by, and just because he's so nasty. It's really a perfectly made reliever. Everything works out super well.
There's yet another strikeout. Hog Hill has had quite a few notches on her belt today. First out of the inning and continues to throw in that strike zone. She does, of course, like we said, have that elite four-seamer trait, putting it to use here. Another quick 0-2 count. Wishbone chases a cutter inside. That's going to be the second out now of the inning. We're going to see Neil Armstrong have some incredibly juiced stats as he's locked in on the day. Off speed outside. 3-0 count. Have not seen many of these. And as long as Wishbone doesn't swing, it is ball 4, a 4-pitch walk from Hog Hill. Just as we were talking her up, puts a man on base for free, and it's Ken Mattingly, the 3-spot hitter. Always dangerous, plenty of power.
Ooh, nice pitch.
Yeah, great pitch. 1-2 count. Sticking with the four-seamer, and it works. It's another strikeout. As we see the mojo decrease there for Ken Mattingly, we go now to the top of the 9th. It could be the final 3 outs for this the spokesman this game. Gonna have to really lock it in here at the plate.
Yep, definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, we know that spokesman can hit.
2-1 count, great pitch to sit on, and he sends this into left field. The diving Alan Shepard will take away extra bases there. It's a leadoff single for the spokesman.
Yep, perfect start. Really can't craft it any better.
Shortstop does not have very much offensive stats to work with here, and they doubly so are tense. So mitigating that problem, sends a charge into deep right field. It's just going to die at the track. I have to wonder if he wasn't tense, that might be gone.
Yeah, I think honestly most of the hitters in this lineup, that is, yeah, like you're saying, gone. But well, it wasn't one of those other hitters. Got to keep going though.
Great off-speed pitch, catches outside corner, quickly 0-2. No real reason to run for Spaceman here, even though he does have good speed over at first. Oh, he catches the top of the zone. That's a disgusting pitch from Wishbone.
Yeah, I think it's the best pitch we've seen, just given the situation and the setup for that pitch. I mean, that is just ridiculous.
First pitch swinging, pinch hitter, sends that back up the middle. The 2-out single here. We got runners at first and second. Naturally, the pressure meter is full, and who else other than Rocket Turnburner with his clutch trade activated. We're going to see Yuri come out of the game. The last reliever, I believe, for Wishbone is Alexei Leonev. Reverse splits, taking away the clutch boost. Count goes 1-2. That one's headed to the gap in right center field. That's going to score 1, probably 2. It's extra bases here for Spaceman. Gus Grissom gets the ball back into the cutoff, and it is a 2-run ball game with the runner in scoring position. The tying run is at the plate. It's Juice Nozzle, who's already homered today.
This is where it gets super interesting.
Oh, 99 power meter. Almost a perfect reticle. He's just way early on it. Takes a moment. Takes a breather, hits a ball up in the zone. It's right to the shortstop, covering the runner, and the first game of the series will go to the Astronauts.
Fantastic one, absolute nail biter. We saw a ton of strikeouts between both the teams. Wonder if we'll see that continue in game 2, but regardless, greatly played by both players there.
Alrighty, folks, we'll get things switched over really quick for you. We'll get MJ on the play-by-play. We'll get game 2 loaded right up.
Welcome to Emerald Diamond, the home of the spokesman. He's looking to bounce back after a super close game one where he was just one swing away from tying it up. Should be a good one.
Yeah, we saw a fair amount of runs in that first game. I'm excited to see how many fireworks and home runs we have in this game, knowing the shorter dimensions to the corner outfield walls.
Yep, I think that left center and just left field will play a huge role in the factor, as a factor to win this game. High fork ball taken for ball number 1, start off the game. Have Huck fourth on the mound. It was a pretty common arsenal. K Neglector is also very interesting. Chases the inside cutter. That'll be out number 1. Something we really didn't see that much in game 1 was some chasing from Wish. It happened a little bit in the later end of the game, but overall not too much. Curveball popped into left field. Nozzle does not get to it. That's going to be a triple. A Little League one at that, but that is a very unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, I mean, did his controller disconnect? What happened?
I have no idea, but with Wish's ability to put the ball in play. Speaking of, he hits it for an RBI single. Wishbone always loves to swing a little bit freely with the guy on second and third, or third rather, because, you're really just trying to get the runner in. That one's hit deep to right field. Evergreen will range back. Jump. It is gone. Astronauts take a 3-0 lead early in game 2.
What a disastrous start for the spokesman. Everything going downhill already. That was just a really bizarre moment in left field, and now 3 runs across the plate, only 1 out. Need to right the ship immediately.
Yeah, at this point, you really just want to get the bats up, regardless of how you get there. I'm not sure, but need to get out of this inning before it continues to grow. Full count now. Whiffer trait activated, and K Neglector. Ball 4 just takes the fork ball.
The right fielder, number 13, Jam Lovell.
Seals on the first pitch. Be safe at second. That's what you were mentioning earlier, and I agree with Burning Ice in chat. You gotta slow it down a little bit. I know you might be a little bit upset, but take a second here. Maybe go to the pause menu. Calm down a little.
Yeah, some wild missed locations here as well.
Yeah, like that's over the middle. I mean, but hey, that'll likely be a double play. And it is. Go to the bottom of the first. Could have been worse for the spokesman, but really all happened due to that misplay in left field.
Number 25, Rocket Burner.
Here we can take a look at this starting pitcher. That's a beautiful hit up the middle. I believe it is Chris Hadfield.
Yes, that's right. Elite four-seamer.
Elite four-seamer. Yeah, that's probably very expensive. And honestly, probably worth it. Elite four-seamer on a starter can go really a long way. Spokesmen are making some strong contact here, though. Poked into the left side. Aldrin will make the stop over to first. It is out number 1. A beautiful play there. Chug Beerson at the plate. Big power. Oof. Just a little bit early. Otherwise, that ball is 100% gone. But he times it up well this time. Hitting to right field. Rounding third. Going to be play at the plate. Nope. Cuts it off. Spokesman fight back. 2-run game now. Left side. Shortstop cannot get there. And I think we've got a game already, man.
Yeah, I feel like both players maybe need to slow down for a second here on the mound, but they're just going full speed ahead. Oh, that was such a mistake pitch.
Yeah, that was definitely one. Spokes wants another chance at low speed on first and second here. Fastball hitter activated. Takes ball 3. Wishbone has a choice to make here. Full count now. Early on these curveballs. Misses way inside. What if base is loaded?
Yeah, that wasn't even close, and Hatfield is tense already.
Oof. Changeups are getting the spokesman a little bit. That's just a beautiful one at that. 2 strikes now. Strike 3. A great job of getting no contact allowed by Wishbone. Base is loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the first, you're down by 2. Contact guarantees scores 1 and maybe 2 given the alleys that we have here at Emerald. He's down 0-2 now though. There's at the low changeup. Chases the outside one. That'll be out number 3. A fantastic job by Wishbone getting out of the jam, just showing that pitching pedigree and just really showing why he deserves 3 Von Asens to his name.
Yeah, I think you could see the frustration by Spaceman kind of moving his cursor between all the basers to end the inning there, but it was really set up by that second out strikeout.
Yep, this one's hitting the left center, and that's where we see that very deep gap. It will be a double every single time. This one's standing up.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 51.
Now you have Hatfield, who is hitting 500. Going to go for the bunt. First attempt foul. Will likely go back to it. Corners are being put in though. Decides to swing, pops up into center field. Green will have to move back. We'll grab it easily.
Yeah, we got to make sure we're well early to those balls there. We don't want another issue like the first inning.
Yeah, 100%. That one smoked up the middle. First and third, and we are seeing way more base runners in this game than we did in the prior one of game 1. High speed on first. Right fleet's checking him with a pickoff attempt. Curveball hit deep to center field. Sorry, my stream's lag. I can't really tell what's happening. But it's caught, though.
Sorry. Yeah, it was caught out there in center, and that's going to be a sac fly as well. Extended to 4-1. Runner at first is still there. I believe they have the Steeler trait.
Yep, run scoring on the sacrifice fly. Gonna go for it here. Be in there safe at second base. Just tricky base running here. 3-1 now. Gonna get a curveball to hit. He hits it to center field. Turnburn will get over there for out number 3. Just 8 hits through 1.5 so far. We've got a game on our hands.
Yeah, as soon as Spaceman figures out these changeup and off-speed pitches, we're off to the races.
Yep, 100%. That's definitely the pitch that he's struggling with the most, and that was even in the later stages of game 1. Changeup and the screwball. This one's tattooed to first baseman, but it will be stopped.
Yeah, it might be more fair to Spaceman to just say he's, it's credit to Wishbone and continuing to have Spaceman keep guessing. He just can't seem to get comfortable at the plate. It seems like he's anticipating the opposite pitch type every single time.
Yeah, I mean, just like that one right there, it was a hittable changeup. Speaking of hittable changeups, he pokes that one up the middle. But yeah, Wishbone's definitely keeping him guessing and on his toes. But you have a prime spot to score here. You'll have the top of the order. You already have a runner on. It's a big spot here. First baseman dives, does not get it. Well, first and second. Love to get something brewing here.
Yeah, Turnburner might be one of the best leadoff hitters in the league. Just feels like every time they come up, they get a single, and that's what you need in your leadoff batter.
Yep, textbook stuff. That one's hit deep to left center field. That'll drop, and at least 2 will score. They will. It's now a 1-run ball game. Here's another great hitter in Chug Beerson. I believe that'd be base runner or base rounder on second base. 1-2 count now. Wild Thing probably activated there. Late on the low changeup. Really the bread and butter so far for Wishbone.
Yeah, really surprised at some of these pitches that Spaceman is swinging at. I gotta think it's the nerves of being on the biggest stage of his career at this point here in the World Series. Finds himself down 1 run, but doing a great job trying to battle back into this game.
100%. Little hack active. He's late on the fastball. But Spaceman scores 2. It's now a 1-run ball game. 7 runs scored through just 2 innings. And now you have a big hitter up with John Glenn in the bad ball hitter. Hits the left field, but Nozzle will be there.
The left fielder, number 29, Alan Shepard.
Here's Alan Shepard. He's going to get a curveball to hit, and he does hit it up the middle. Now, if high speed on first, we'll have to look if he's going to try to steal.
Yeah, but always
With
a
the RBI
possibility.
hero. Yeah, RBI hero at the plate, so both players probably thinking the same thing here. Paying very close attention to the runner. There's at the fastball. Sitter's hitting 800. There he goes, but it's fouled off. Maybe a little bit of hidden run action. K neglector activated. And he gets him with the pickoff attempt. But it will be out. Wishbone tried a little bit of a diddle, but conceded himself there in the end.
Almost
Full count
had it.
now. Yeah, very close. Guy in the right field, Evergreen, will be there. First 0 put up by Wishbone at the plate. And here is Spokesman trying to get back and tie it up. The hammer nail up to do that.
Hammer nail has not gone yard yet this series. I believe they have to be in the playoff lobby. I don't think they're in a separate lobby based on some of these stats here. So 6 RBIs through at least a good portion of the playoffs. Having to deal with Chris Hadfield, still tense, and just issues another walk.
Yep, huge leadoff base runner there. And here's Axe Evergreen. He's not hitting too well relative to the rest of the lineup, but he does have the stats for a nice hit. Low speed on first. There's a low changeup. Hadfield's stats are a little bit decreased because of the tense, but that's a painted fastball at the top part of the zone. Takes the inside 2-seamer, full count now, whiffer activated. Stares at the high curveball, very close one.
Back-to-back walks. I'm interested to see when exactly Wish is going to make a change here in the bullpen.
Yeah, it really is a tough call because you are only through 2 innings and he's at 54 pitches. So, what do? That one's hit to the left side past the third baseman. We'll have bases loaded, no outs, Lil Smoke at the plate.
Now pitching, number 49.
Might be a sidekick, so that goes to the bullpen here.
Yeah, and it's
In just
Yuri.
the bottom of the third. Oh, yep. It's the pitcher that gave Spokesman the most trouble in game 1. Gets Smoke to pop up. Spokesman are going to keep the pitcher in.
Yeah, just the game of chess here.
Oof. I mean, the screwball from this pitcher is just insane. 2 strikes now. Stares at the outside fastball, absolutely painted. And Wishbone is 1 out away from having Noble Tiger on the mound. But Rocket Turnburner will try to stop that.
2 for 2 on the day.
2-1 count now, 2 outs. Laid on the fastball. What will Wishbone go to? Will it be the fastball or will it be the screwball? It is the fastball. It's a deep to center field. A jumping play by Grissom. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, play of the game so far for sure. Robs multiple runs, gets the mojo increase, is rewarded with it. It's just an insane catch out there on the move from Grissom.
Yeah, we mentioned his really gold glove capabilities, and I mean, he just saved his team 3 runs. That is just fantastic. Shots fight right back. Single up the middle. Great momentum change there. Spokesman had it, and now Astronauts getting some hits.
Just can't get over that game-changing play, because if he doesn't make that catch, you know, this game is flipped on its head. We see the Spokesman take the first lead of the game, but it's not to be, you know. Big players make big plays. We saw it there. Astronauts continue to hold their one-run lead.
Yep, ridiculous stuff here. Nice fastball there. And here comes Gagarin, who will have to stay in the game. Surely. And they will. Shallow outfield here. We go for the bunt. It's put down fairly well. Gonna throw to second.
Oh my!
And what I thought that was a good bunt, but that's a double play. Heads up fielding there by the Spokesman. And here come Spokesman their bats. I mean, that's a quick turnaround. Out number 1 there. Here's Chug Beerson.
Yeah, it looked like great timing. Just got on top of it with the reticle there for the ground out there to lead off the inning. I have to go watch it back. I wonder if Wish was stealing on that bunt or not, and just let the natural base running, you know, start as soon as the bunt was initiated. Might have been the result of how the double play took place.
Yeah, 100%. Here's Grease Torque, big power. Waiting on the mound. 2-1 count. Late on the high fastball. I mean, good reticle, but late on it. Same pitch, same result. Strike number 3 there. I mean, that was a prime opportunity. He got 90 on it, just a little bit late. Hit hard to second baseman. Mattingly is there, barely even.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Yeah, I feel a little bit for the Spokesman here, who are out hitting the Astronauts. But some of these other hits or these outs are, you know, hard line outs, hard hit balls straight to where Wish's players are. We go now to the 5th inning here. Astronauts continue to hold their lead to a score of 4-3.
Yep, and here's the locked-in Grissom, who made the game-changing play, and he's doing it all. Single up the middle for a leadoff.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 1.
And here is the heart of this Astronauts order. Neil Armstrong. High speed on first. We'll see what Spokesman does with the runner. Pickoff attempt there.
Oh my.
And it's a wild pickoff attempt. That just cannot be happening. That's going to get the runner all the way to third. That is just brutal. Like, maybe expect some wild swinging here just to get the runner in. Just foul. Sometimes doesn't need it here, though. Sacrifice fly will be complete.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 28.
Which did go with the power swing there, so I was incorrect, but maybe next time.
Yeah, but that disastrous mistake with the wild pickoff attempt immediately comes to haunt the Spokesman. Similar to the first inning, how the ball, I guess, maybe got lost in the lights and it found its way hitting the ground to, you know, have that triple in the first inning, and that really should have been a routine fly ball. Immediately on the next batter came across for a run, so both of those moments, Wish did not waste any time in converting their opportunity.
Yep. Nice contact there to both first baseman and the third baseman. Just none of it getting by.
Right fielder, number 23, Evergreen.
Evergreen at the plate. Still sitting pretty with that 267 average. Nice low fastball. Just Wishbone's dotting is out of this world. Puts a charge into that one, though, for out number 1. It's a pretty nice swing.
Yeah, great swing. Similar to other times in the series where it's just the pitch location that's really the factor there. You know, it's a great swing, but hurt by the location.
Yep, that's what the astronauts do best. The easy ground ball from Mattingly. Out number 2. Here's Lil Smoke, who popped it up last time with bases loaded. Looking to get a more favorable result this time around, though. Down by 2. Beautiful high changeup. 2 strikes now. Gonna go to the high fastball. Just beautiful sequencing there.
Now batting the left fielder, number 29, Alan Shepard.
Astronauts will look to add to their lead. Up by 2, but I'm sure they know that 2 is not enough. Get a curveball to hit. Skies to center field. Turnburner will be there.
Yeah, MJ, there's no way the score doesn't change by the end of this game. We're going to see plenty more runs, I would have to think.
Yeah, no doubt about it. In my mind as well. Here's Jim Lovell. Great 6-hitter. Nice outside curveball there. He's going to go back to it, but it's going to end up being a little bit lower. He gets Wishbone to chase. Pretty rare occurrence so far. Now we Buzz Aldrin looking to get a 2-out rally started. Hit hard up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of score, I don't even, you know, if I'm Wishbone, there's not really a score where I'm feeling, like, comfortable. I would say I'd feel less stressed if I had, 9 or 10 runs, but this is a ballpark we've seen Spaceman absolutely tee off on, so, knowing how both players are just so offensively potent, I don't feel comfortable with any score. I'm just going to continue to try and push the mercy threshold, really.
Yeah, and that seems like what he's doing right here. Back-to-back singles up the middle. And like you're saying, I don't know what run amount is enough. I think he put up like 10 runs on Match of the Week here against AJ in the regular season, if I remember correctly. So nothing, is enough. No, not enough runs. I mean, I really just don't know how much you need. Like 15? Turnburner will make the dive for out number 3, stopping the rally. Nice center field defense for these two teams. Left field, not so much. Go to the bottom of the 6th here.
Yeah, you saw he earned the mojo boost, and I believe he's 2 for 3 on the day. He at least has 2 singles, so it's definitely going to help with the offensive side of things. We're going to see a pinch hit situation.
Yep. Starting pitcher was definitely running out of juice. Grissom will dive, but not make the play. A rare occurrence. And here's top of the order. Go for a pinch runner here. With a pitcher, I love that. Some nice creative roster building. Hit to the right side, it's going to pass the diving second baseman. We'll have first and second with no outs, and we'll have the meat of this order. Juice Nozzle, big hitter.
It's always Juice Nozzle. All these big moments, he's always at the plate and almost always delivers.
Yep, all Juice Nozzle all the time. Takes the high fastball there. Standard fastball, curveball, changeup. Arsenal for Leonov. 2-2 count. Spits on the outside fastball.
Oh.
Late on the low one, though, and that was the pitch he wanted. Just misses it, though. Oh, man.
It's got to be one of those where it doesn't feel late, but the game tells you it's late, and you're just shaking your head.
Exactly. He thought I was going to go 450, but not quite. 2-0 count. Chuck Beerson at the plate. Guys, it's to left center field. Grissom will range over. It's going to drop. Wild throw as well, but we're going to have bases loaded. Some fielding errors, man. Reese Tork hit to the left field. Emerald's known for short left field. Off the wall. Only 1 run will score. Oh, he's going to send a second. Excuse me. Safe. Great base running there. My apologies there. I definitely thought did not have enough speed, but this is a tie ball game.
A tie ball game. Runners on the corners, only 1 out. Not much speed. Oh, the tip back up the middle.
Mattingly dives. Does get the out at first, but that does not stop the run from scoring. The Spokesmen have taken the lead. Absolutely wild sequence of events here. Hits that one decently. Sprinter trade activated, but it will not matter. Top of the 7th inning. Here comes Hog Hill, the elite 4-seamer, rally stopper. Out of the pen. Top of the order for the Astronauts. That one's tapped up the middle. Red-green will dive. Dive Wizard does not do enough though. Grissom with a nice single. He's having a hell of a game. Stealer activated.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, oh, we get a pickoff attempt here. Another diddle potential opportunity, but it's the same result as the previous time. Throws it twice and still gets him out.
Yeah, same, like genuinely the same exact thing. I was very nervous for another failed pickoff.
Right. Oh,
not happening here.
Oh
no.
Oh my.
Oh my. You're thinking what I'm thinking there. I'm just concerned for every fly ball nowadays.
Yeah, if you're
ball in the zone.
Joining us late, we were talking about Gus Grissom. There's a nice hit down the right field line. Should be a single. But Gus Grissom saved the game in a way early for the Astronauts. It was the bases loaded. The Astronauts were leading at the time, and he made an incredible jumping play to probably rob a grand slam. We'd have to watch it back to see how close it was, but it's a nice play.
Bounce into left field, bounce off the wall. Be second and third. Wishbone is 1 swing away from retaking the lead. Alan Shepard at the plate takes a low changeup. Tries to get him to chase, and he does bite. Out number 3. Some great pitching there by the Spokesman.
Yeah, that was an electric inning there. There was a lot going on. We saw a pickoff potential for a lead change there. 2 runners in scoring position, and nobody comes across the plate for the Astronauts.
Spokesman looking to add to their lead. So they know 1 is definitely not enough, given the power potential of the Astronauts. Way on top of that curveball, though. Out number 2. It'll be the pitcher, Hog Hill, who will have to stay in, really. Stares at the changeup. Gets the fastball, but 2 strikes now. Strike number 3 on the fastball. Will go to the top of the 8th. The Astronauts are actually out hitting the Spokesman by 1. Over to first. Out number 1.
Yeah, it's been I guess you could say it's been a back and forth game. It's just kind of hard to put one word on it. It's been an interesting game. Definitely one to go back and rewatch at some point. There's just a lot that's gone on here.
Up 1-2 count now. Great fastball there on the inside portion of the plate. Looking for a 2-out rally. It'll have to be Jack Schmidt to start that. Gets a curveball to hit. High part of the zone. Second baseman does not have the wingspan to get there.
Now batting the pitcher.
Yeah, that was an awkward height. I wonder if we saw in the previous... Well, actually, was that earlier this game? We saw the second baseman try to jump up and grab a ball, and it was one of those awkward animation moments where the ball just flew by them. Maybe, not sure if Spaceman just guessed wrong in this case, but that was a tough one to judge. I wasn't sure myself.
Yeah, those are always 50-50. I don't want to say you can't go wrong, because you definitely can, but it's just such a tough decision to make. Here's the pinch hitter, Willie McCool. Hits it to right field, but Lil Smoke makes a beautiful diving grab, and that could play huge into the overall outcome of this game. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Rocket Turnburner will look get some insurance going. It's a good start if you're a Spokesman fan. Beautiful single up the middle. And here's Juice Nozzle, because of course it is.
Oh.
Close one there. High speed on first. Takes the changeup just inside. Great takes here. Gonna go for the steal. One of the first ones we've seen out of the Spokesman. That's beautiful. I love that for him. Late on the inside fastball. Just tough pitching.
Yeah, tough pitching, and that steal partially was also successful due to it being a curveball. You know, it was an off-speed pitch, which allowed enough time for the runner to get there before the throw. Great steal from Spokesman, looking to add some insurance here.
Yep, any contact would get the runner in, especially if it's past the fences, but it'll be close. And Jim Lovell with an outstanding play. It'll be a play at the plate. And a rundown, and what a double play.
Yeah,
that is just
a true roll of the dice there. Spaceman was hoping for some diddling of his own. It wasn't meant to be. Wish is a veteran. He's not going to be falling victim to that here in this stage of the game. Keeps it a one-run game and arguably takes some wind out of the sails of the Spokesman there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he tried to tag up from second to home like he's Tatis, but not quite.
But we're in the ninth inning now.
Yeah, 2 more outs remaining. You do have some great hitters up. You could very well get something going. That's just a fantastic pitch, though. There's really nothing you can do with that.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 28.
Down to the last out is the Astronauts. Hog Hill on the mound. Ken Mattingly at the plate. 2-0 count. Inside changeup is swung on. It's going to get down, and it's going to go to second. And the Astronauts will have runners in scoring position with bad ball hitter up.
Yeah, you can't pitch to him.
Absolutely not. You see a pinch hitter here, just not enough power. But Wish has decided.
Now batting,
Wubbo Ockles, very famous player. I mean, this is the bench hitter. Misses the inside fastball. Side cutter taken. 1-1 count. 2-1 count. High speed on second base. Fastball over the middle. Just late, though. Down to their last strike. Full count now. Runners will be going. Gonna go to the curveball inside. Fouled off. Fastball over the plate. Fouled off again. Curveball. Fouled off once more. Still a full count. Still runners on first and second. Inside fastball. Hit to the second baseman. Smoke will go over to the first to Torque, and Spokesman take game 2.
Wow, what an epic fight there in that final at bat. 3 or so foul balls consecutively on a full count. Oh man, great job there from both guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we expected. Just a fantastic set of games there. I mean, if only we could do games 3 and 4 right now, because that was just fantastic. XBL World Series gameplay.
Yeah, an epic start to the series there. We go 1 apiece. I mean, what more can you really ask for? They put on quite a show for us.
Yeah, just what we expected. Plenty of home runs, plenty of odd fielding plays, whether they were just amazing diving grabs or errors. I mean, what a well-rounded set of entertainment. And I mean, shout out to both those players, and shout out to, I believe, Spaceman, who was recording that. Just great stuff all around.
Yeah, really great job from those guys there. Thank you again for recording and sharing those. I guess, just a quick recap of the game. I mean, game 1, we saw a lot of drama late. Game 2, we saw a lot of drama late. We saw probably more drama in game 2 just throughout the game overall, but both players really had to continue to play the chess game and make the right, pitching changes. We saw a lot of bases loaded situations. I mean, this game really kind of had it all there.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that even when it had a failed pickoff attempt. I mean, you don't really see that really ever. So, it's a fantastic set.
Yeah. Also, both teams each had a gaff out there in the outfield, letting a ball drop unexpectedly on a rather routine, ball hit. So, pretty surprised by that. But ultimately, we see a tied series, and it's kind of right where, as a viewer, we hope to be. A Game 7 or something. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I mean, a Game 7 World Series would be incredible. A tied series is very, deserving after seeing how both players, put on such nice efforts here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic display of both pitching and hitting. I mean, just really showing why they're the top of the league. I mean, that was just perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we got to, be privileged to see 2 World Series games here for the XBL. Earlier, we also saw 2 AA World Series games. We're hoping to get the finalization, the Game 7 for the AAA, and finish up the situation there. The winner of Ice and Coffee will go on to play Teflon in the AAA World Series. So all 3 leagues, tons of action to come for you guys here in this upcoming week as we look to bring you all the action, as it develops. And so with that, Mama, I guess it's probably a good point to end it here and catch our breath and get some more sleep before the rest of these games come our way. Do you have any parting words here?
I guess just, watch out for some Cup bracket streams. We've got those coming up now. That's starting earlier today. Should be a fun event. Some nice matchups on both sides. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, well said. Definitely get your Cup games in if you're willing and able to stream them. We'd love to, view those as well. So make sure you put those in the broadcast chat. But yeah, it's been a great evening here. A lot of great baseball. Thanks and shout out to the other booth mates there in Mist and Unicorn for getting the other stream taken care of. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep an eye on the Discord for the next games that'll be announced and streamed. And with that, have a good night.